We go.
Okay, this is the Sam Oxford Jr. Show coming to you live from Frederick, Maryland. And we have a super guest tonight, longtime acquaintance. Uh, we've tried to ruin each other the best we could, but we're here tonight. California guy complaining about our weather out here. Too much humidity, but anyway, we take what we get. We're just lucky it's sun shining here. But anyway, we have none other than Donnie Couch. And Donnie's a past, I'm going to call him a nostalgic guy with long time with a lot of our superstars from the years gone past. He actually was a Nitro, actually mixed some of that stuff. I don't know if he ever drank part of it, but he mixed a lot of it. And
I'll
so,
take
anyway,
it.
Donnie, welcome to the show, Donnie.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be on your show, Sam. It's been a year or two since we talked, and
It's been a while. Been a
it's been
while.
a while.
So,
A great new format you got going on the show and everything. So,
yeah, we hope it sticks with us, and we're trying. So let's go back a little bit in time. Well, first of all, today you are with Mr. Paul Lee, McLeod Clutches, and what do you do there
I
besides?
do all the racing clutches for the funny cars and the dragsters. So
Right,
annually they have to send the clutches in, and I inspect them, put an SFI sticker on them so they can get through tech.
right,
Then I also sell them clutches, floaters, and disc.
right,
That's
yeah,
my piece of the McLeod, clutch factory.
right,
The other
right,
guys are making street clutches and stuff for pro stock guys and guys like yourself, Sam.
yeah,
Even
yeah. History. That's history, buddy.
right?
Now, how much does a clutch cost for a funny car? Not that it matters, but how much?
Probably about 30 grand now.
30
All
grand.
titanium, and there's 6 disc, and
Oh my God,
25 to 30 grand depending.
30 grand.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of
Okay,
money.
send
It's
me a couple
That's
of them,
the
will you?
cheap part. It's you got to put in a fresh clutch pack every run.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
6 disc and 5 floaters. So the
wow.
cost doesn't stop once you buy it.
Yeah. So, so how many of them do you get back each week?
Well, Sam, mostly when I certify them, it's during the winter months,
Right,
and the guys are getting ready for the new season. And when they get to their first race, they got to present the certification card that I fill out for them.
right.
So that's the busy part. The rest of the time, I'm selling clutch discs and floaters. I've been attending some of those funny car chaos races, trying to get some guys, new customers over there.
Right, right.
Nostalgia circuit over here has kind of died off a lot.
Is
So
that right?
we
Yeah.
don't have the races we used to out here or the cars.
Yeah.
We used
Wow.
to get 40 cars at the March meet. Now we're getting probably 21, 22. So
Jeez.
it fell off a little, but
I was going to say it really fell off, you know? And that was a fun thing. That was a great setup
well,
whenever it
it still is. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you this Funny Car Chaos, they've got a great program going on down there with
Wow.
everything they do. I didn't think I'd like it because they're alcohol cars running against nitro cars and this and that, but it
How
all
do they
works
figure
out.
that? How do you do that? I mean,
They just run, and who's ever got the quick
is it just
speed.
run?
At Dallas, I went there was 90 funny cars,
Wow.
and an alcohol funny car won the final against Worsham because he had
Jeez.
they were only going to, eighth mile or so, and
Right, right. Yeah.
quickest one to the eighth wins, right? So
Yeah.
a lot of alcohol cars win, and a lot of cars with our run our torque flight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
FDI is a company we own, and they run that, and it's a good program on alcohol. So
Is that right? I didn't know y'all had the automatic ones too.
yeah, no, they're working out good and very consistent.
How many
Especially,
how many speeds is it?
no, I mean that
It
they're
slips,
slow, slow
slips
to
and slides.
yeah. But they run on a lot of old tracks that don't have the best traction,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
those torque lights seem to
Right.
work, zip right down through there.
Just as
And
wonderful as
it's just a
anything.
great show. I've been going to Dallas at Billy Meyer's track.
Yeah.
And, it's best facility in the country, as far as
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
concerned.
Yeah.
And plus, you get to spend some time with Billy Meyer and all our friends from Dallas,
Yeah.
Richard Thorpe and Dave Settles and all them knuckleheads. But we have a good time out there. But I go to some races with Paul Lee.
Yeah.
But, we stay pretty busy. So, I'm getting to be a homebody. I like to stay home, hang out with my buddies like tonight, smoke cigars.
Right, exactly. Just kick back and chew Sam's ear off,
Right? Well, we go way back, and we're tied in by the mongoose.
Yeah, right, exactly. God,
and funny thing is, so is Paul Lee.
Is that right?
That's how I met Paul Lee, through McEwen.
Wow,
and
that is crazy.
That's how we got together. He called me one day and said, "We need to do this," and here we are, like 3 years later. It went by quick.
Right? Yeah.
I'm going to go racing again here shortly, and I'm building a funny car right now, a nostalgia car. We got a fuel altered, and
right.
We actually traded our drag boat, our alcohol hydro, for a nostalgia funny car.
Is that right?
Yeah. So kind of missed the boat, but Lucas Oil pulled out of that series, and it kind of went dead.
Oh yeah, I bet it did.
Now it's coming back as the SDBA, the Southern Drag Boat Association.
Oh, and boats seem dangerous to me.
No, they're dangerous. Anything's dangerous, Dan.
Well, more dangerous than
riding down the Beltway where you live is dangerous.
That's dangerous. You got that one right. Anything you go around that Beltway, you get run over. You can get run over on Interstate 70 out here. Down the street here. Gosh.
Exactly.
Crazy bunch. Yeah, old Tom was really instrumental in a lot of my being able to do this.
Well,
Tom gave me so many names and telephone numbers, and he was quite the. And I always tell this story. He just called me out of the clear blue one night. You got a pencil?
He is one of the greatest, and I certainly miss him. At 12 years old, I was on tour with him all summer with the Hot Wheels.
Is that right? Jeez.
At 12 years old is when I started with him.
Wow.
And worked for him for about 12 years. And it's the greatest time of my life,
Is that right? Yeah.
We were match racing 3 or 4 times a week, and, hanging out with Prudhomme and all them. We're on that Coca-Cola circuit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There were 8 or 10 of us going down the road with all our rigs and stuff. And
like a bunch of gypsies going down the road there.
We're gypsies, but we were cool. We thought we were rock stars. So.
Yeah, right.
But I got caught one time driving the Hot Wheels truck of Prudhomme's, which I wasn't supposed to be driving, and speeding on the Ohio Turnpike. You know how friendly those guys are.
Oh yeah, they like to see you,
Yeah. So McEwen and Prudhomme said, if anybody lets couch drive again, you're all fired, So I was moping the whole time driving to the next race, and the guys were feeling sorry for me. They go, "Hey, Donnie, the guy that's following us said you could drive his ramp truck. He wants to sleep. He's by himself." I go, "Who's that?" "Freddie Dename." Right? Yeah. I didn't know who Freddie was.
Gangster.
I didn't know his background. I didn't know what mafia was or none of that. I drove all summer.
Right. Yeah.
It was a crazy time, but
yeah,
we did it, and we had a good time, and it was back when we were basically inventing funny car racing and match racing.
It was.
And during that time is when they started having national events.
Yeah.
And we'd go to the national events, and then we'd still have to go to the match races because that's what paid the bill.
Oh, that's what paid the bill. Sure, that's what paid the bills.
I mean, NHRA, they weren't paying nothing back then.
Oh, God, they still don't pay anything.
If you won, you're all right. So Prudhomme was always good shape.
Right.
Or the Blue Max, So
yeah, exactly.
It was a fun time when I look back on it now. During that time, you just took it for granted. And
yeah, exactly.
I recently, we're getting ready to buy a cackle car, dragster, right?
Yeah.
And we found one in Bakersfield, and my guy goes, "Hey, found this dragster. It's called the Fugitive." And I go, "And I don't think I've ever heard of it,
Yeah.
And I said, "Why don't you call the guy and get some more information on it?"
Right.
and we can check it out, make sure it's a real car. So he
Right.
came back to me. He goes, "Hey, Donnie, I found out the information on it." He goes, "Do you know a guy named Freddie Dename?" I went, "What?" Yeah, I do. Why? He goes, "That's who owned the car and built it." I go,
Oh,
"Well, no wonder
jeez.
it was called the Fugitive, right?"
No wonder, right?
Right. I mean, I see him on the History Channel now,
Yeah, right. Exactly.
talking about the mafia, and he
Mafia,
turns
right, right.
state's evidence on John Gotti and all that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. He's got a
They,
bunch of shows on there.
yeah, well, they found him and they put an Italian necktie on him. He's no longer with us, but
Jeez.
I called his brother, is in Brooklyn. He owns a marina up there, and
Oh,
he said, "Yeah, that was definitely Freddie's dragster." And
yeah.
he had it for a couple years. Didn't really race it that much, but
Right, right.
he
Yeah.
had it and ran it. So we
Seemed
all
to
know
me,
about his funny car exploits.
yeah, I've seen to me. I remember the name on that though. Look at that. I
The
don't know.
Fugitive,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Somewhere there.
it's a
Somewhere.
nice looking car, and it had already been restored. So these Caco cars are getting pretty popular.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
all these events they have. We
Right.
had a car show at McLeod in an open house, and we brought McEwen's dragster in, the Yankel Plymouth
Oh,
car.
did you? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Frankie Bainey owns it, and we brought the Bivens and McEwen car in that Jerry Bivens owns.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we tackled those. That was like the hit of the show.
Sure. Yeah.
So we figured we better have one so we can cackle it up, smell some nitro when we get
That's right.
right,
Make them people cry. You know.
right, like you used to do when you raced those other guys.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. They cry. All right.
I saw one of your old buddies not too long ago, Butch Leal.
Yeah. Did you? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
I was putting in
I
this.
I was going to have him on the show, and he chickened out every time.
Yeah, he don't much do that. We tried to get him. They got this new Lions Drag Strip Museum in Long Beach,
Yeah.
and they recreated Lions Drag Strip inside the building.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of events. They had like a pro stock event, and then they had a funny car reunion event. They tried to get Butch down there for the pro stock deal. And
He wouldn't go there.
no,
Jeez.
no,
I mean, he could have told. He never lost a race. He's never
no, never in
always
his
won
history.
every race he was.
Even if
Won
you got
every-
pictures of him
Yeah.
getting beaten, no, that was
No,
photos.
that didn't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's,
So
that, God, that is him.
he's a
Oh,
character. He's
he is
a lot
some
of fun.
piece of work.
Mostly now, Sam, all he does is golf.
Yeah, that's what he tells me. Oh, I play golf every day. He says,
Yeah, and he does stuff with his old cars. People buy them, and they fly him back there and work with them like you did with your old car.
Right,
He
right.
does quite a bit of that, so he
Yeah,
stays busy. He's up there in Visalia, in Central California, and it's like 190 degrees up there now, so you can't even come out of the house. But
this outside the box. Is that this?
yeah,
Yeah. He's just commenting on you. So
yeah.
he said throw you off. I don't. No, he didn't say that. Yeah. Did you see my car go across Bear
I
Track?
did, Sam. I did.
Uh,
Yeah, I go, man. I remember seeing that car on the track back in the day.
yeah.
I was just a little squirt. I'd come by and try to get your autograph, and you'd always shoo me away.
Yeah, I kicked you off.
Or you wanted money for the autograph.
Yeah. Money always works,
Right?
No matter what you do.
Cash is king. That's what I tell them. Cash is king.
I the guy has never contacted me about the car. Never did any of that. So I
He
don't know
didn't?
where the car went. He told me it was just over here, one county over from me.
Oh, the guy that bought it? off
Yeah,
the
the guy.
block?
He never came around.
Well, that's because you did too good a job putting it all together, so he doesn't need it.
No, he said Cecil County was his home track. I said, well, that's no problem there, and
Yeah.
I guess it must have been a problem, so anyway,
Well, you shouldn't have gave him a bill before you did work for him.
yeah, that's what I should have done, Give me the rest of the money. You didn't pay enough for that car, so.
Exactly. So, but you had a good time putting it together. I'm sure it brought back a
Oh
lot of
God,
memories.
that was really back in the day. That car there, That's one of the last cars that our last article in Carcraft before they stopped printing paperback.
Yeah.
And they did a 5-page spread in that car in Cars Magazine, or Carcraft, not Cars Magazine.
Carcraft, yeah.
Carcraft, yeah.
So it was a beautiful car, Sam.
That was good, but yes, those days are
Beautiful
over
car
now.
and good and everything. So you were a hero back then with that car.
Yeah, well,
Now look at you.
Zero, get to zero.
Yeah. Now look at you. You're interviewing schleps like me.
Yeah, right. Just trying to keep it all together, God.
Yeah, that's all right. All we got is our memories now.
Yeah, exactly. And not much of that.
No, well, I do. I got plenty of them.
They got plenty. Okay.
Fortunately for me, I still get to hang around Don Perdome and
Yeah.
Ford and
Sure.
Dave Settles and Billy Meyer.
Yeah.
I drag racing's been good to me. All the racing's been good to me.
Yeah.
Drag racing especially. We're still racing.
What part of California you live in?
Southern California. I'm about 30 miles east of Los Angeles.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, about the same distance to the beach and about the same distance to the mountains. So we're right in the middle of everything. And
yeah.
Good area. We got good schools. Of course, our kids are all out of school now, getting older.
I was going to say, your kids are probably...
they're getting ready. They got one more year of college left.
Yeah, well, Dad will take care of it.
Where did the time go? I know where the money went. Where'd the time go?
Yeah, right. Yeah, we know where the money went.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, they say we were a millionaire at one time, so we spent all of it.
That's right. Billy Meyer was going to write a book. He goes, how to make $1 million in running a funny car. He said, we'll start out with $1 billion.
Right, exactly.
Right. So
I don't know how that guy's still. I don't know how Paul Lee does it. I mean, all the money and the explosions and
I'll tell you, Paul Lee's an amazing businessman. He owns FTI and Silver Sport Transmissions, and of course McLeod clutches. And
is Red still around?
He's around, but not at our facility. He has his own little shop. Just kind of tinkers with it, but he comes through our shop quite a bit.
Is that right?
I'll tell you one thing that people don't know about Paul Lee. He's a world-class poker player.
Oh, is that right?
The last 6 weeks, he's been down in Vegas at the big poker tournament down there. And
oh my God,
he didn't do very good this trip, but in the past, he's won a lot of money and sat at the final table and stuff.
He'll be selling that car.
No, he
ain't do that.
He's only doing his business, so he has that car.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all he cares about is racing that funny car, and he's just one of the greatest guys I've ever worked for.
Oh, he's great. He's helped me on every restoration car we've done.
Yeah, I mean, just the way he treats everybody like that, and just a solid businessman and successful. We're all riding the wave there of his success,
Exactly.
He's got a good crew there. And, things are going good. He's happy and drives around in his Lamborghinis. And just got a Lamborghini. Jim Head talked him into getting his own jet, so he didn't have to go through the airports anymore.
Oh, did he get that?
He's got his own jet now.
Is that right? Oh,
so they're up in Sonoma, and they were going to fly out this week. The pilot got COVID.
No,
the pilots that can fly that style of jet,
right.
Phenom. So, man, you guys got all this money and all this trick stuff, and you're flying commercial.
Nah.
I'll pass on going this trip. I'll wait till the jet gets a pilot.
Yeah, exactly. Let's wait for the guy.
But he helps. He helps like Krista Baldwin. She's the team manager on the funny car.
Right.
And he also helps fund the dragster. And then we've got a gal, Cameron Ferre, that drives Top Fuel dragsters.
Yeah.
Drives for Haddock and the Pattons. His wife works there and runs the shop. Well, she's got a super comp dragster, and he helps fund that thing. So he helps a lot of people out, especially the females.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't.
Yeah, well, like I say, he's a generous man, and
Yeah.
successful. He's got everything going for him. And
Well, that's that's
just,
good that he can help people out. When you got
yeah, and he does. There's a lot of people out there that don't do that. He's like giving back to the sport.
sure.
I don't know. We're he's trying to get the car sorted out. Jim O was working there.
Yeah,
That didn't work out, and
yeah,
it started out good, and it went downhill. And I think Jim O was frustrated with everything. So
yeah,
we all departed friends on the thing. That was our most important thing. If Jim O was
yeah,
going to leave the team, we still wanted to be friends with him because he's one of our best friends.
yeah, sure.
Now we got 2 interim crew chiefs there, and we're just struggling through the rest of the year to get through it. But I don't know.
Did,
We'll see what happens.
did Jim still have his oil change business or whatever that was?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
closed it down. That shop was just in a bad area,
yeah,
and it was sporadic on the
that's tough.
sales and stuff. So he's looking at another piece of property where it's more traffic and
Yeah,
better quality of people going through
people,
there. Yeah, he
people
was
that
like
can afford to change their oil.
he was in an area where I don't think they changed oil. They just kept at it. But,
I believe it.
Guy Tipton was working there. He's a famous funny car wrench, and
Yeah.
he was working there. So now they're all just kind of cruising, and Jim O's looking for another piece of property. And,
Oh man.
yeah, no, it's been a good.
Where the hell did
good
I
run.
turn? I took the wrong turn somewhere. Gee.
Yeah,
But
well,
that's what I tell Jack Roush. I said, "Damn, Jack!" I said, "I took the wrong turn someplace."
you spent all your millions on antiques,
Yeah, geez, yeah, right.
right?
Yeah, I spent a little bit on them. I spent a little bit tonight. I bid on some stuff, so I don't
Oh,
even
you
want to
did?
see it. It's scary sometimes.
Yeah, well,
The habit of pushing the button.
that's as long as that keeps you happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, that's all that.
That's all. That's all. As long as
Yeah.
you can be happy and get away with it, you're in good shape.
Yes, as long as Mama doesn't know how much money you right?
Yeah, you
That's
sort
the
of
key.
have to
That's the
play it
key.
by ear there.
Yeah, yeah. But it's funny. You asked me to do this, and I go, "Well, man, it's going to be bad." Wednesday night is when we do our speedway race,
Yeah.
the motorcycle. And this week they didn't have it on Wednesday because the big AMA Nationals is Saturday.
Oh yeah.
We're getting geared up for that.
Right.
We're already like 12 races into the deal.
Now, they're running at yeah. What's the track out there?
Industry Hills Speedway.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
was
the
it was
same
a
one that
horse
used to be.
facility. It was a
Okay.
horse arena, and they
I
kicked
used
the
to get
horse.
an email all the time
You
from.
what?
I used to get an email all the time from one of those tracks.
Yeah, probably Industry.
Is that what it was?
Well, we used to talk about it a bunch. We interviewed. I remember one time we interviewed Billy Gennaro, who's the world champion
Right. Yeah.
speedway bike, and we interviewed some other riders out
Yeah.
there. But,
Exactly.
it's I'm involved in a bike now, so I'm more on the other side of it.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
yeah,
That
a lot
could
of
hurt.
fun. Got a young
I always
rider.
say that's the painful thing there. Anybody who races a motorcycle.
Now you get a young rider, and they
Yeah,
bounce
young
right
and dumb.
back,
Yeah.
Someone like you or I, we'd be in the
No,
hospital.
we ain't going.
with
No, we ain't getting on that.
cast and stuff on, right? But it's a lot of fun. They get some good crowds out there, and
Yeah.
we're just something to do during the middle of the week out here.
Yeah.
because we don't have enough to do. We got
Yeah.
sprint
Like
cars,
you need to
NASCAR
find
track.
something to do.
We're close to Irwindale drag strip, so they
Yeah.
closed down Fontana drag strip. So
How many tracks are out there? How many's left?
really just Irwindale right up the road here.
Oh, jeez.
But it's an 8 mile, and they
Oh,
really only run like a Thursday night race, and you get all these street racers in there, and they're trying to get
Yeah.
the kids off the street to run there. So it's for a good cause, but
as long as they like it, I don't know.
it's not a caliper track where you're going to run nitro cars.
What about these no prep track? Are they a prep track or no prep track?
They're a prep tack out there. They treat
Yeah.
it pretty good out there.
Yeah.
Steve Gibbs has his Nitro revival out there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And they'll get cars on the track and do a burnout, back up, maybe go a couple hundred feet, shut off.
Right.
Mostly just an exhibition thing. It's not really a race. It's more of a gathering of old friends. And so
Yeah.
we need to get you out there sometime. You'd have a blast.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell Paul to hop that pilot up and tell him to come out here and pick her. I got an airport just 5 minutes away. He can
Well, you
land.
want to come pick you up?
Yeah.
Okay, I just need your credit card for the jet fuel. It'd
Oh.
probably only be
That could
15.
be a problem.
It'd probably only be 15 or 20 grand the way jet fuel costs. But a man of your stature needs to fly around in a plane.
Can you use like kerosene, something like that?
No. Then it'll run like a pro stocker.
Run like a pro stocker.
We need it to run like a Top Fuel Nitro.
Yeah, you know what we need? I tell you the truth, we need some way for these cars, these nitro cars, for two of them to get down the damn track without blowing up, body coming off, fire,
And then when it's over,
something.
Yeah, most of it's in the track prep, and they're not prepping the tracks like they used to. They're using less and less PJ1 to save money.
You're kidding?
And
Less
it's been a real problem out there.
Wow. Yeah, I bet.
You got all these guys with these $1,000, multi-$1,000 testers that test the grip on the track.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You see Lanny Migalese from L&T out there. He works for Force, and
Yeah.
the Toyota guys all have them, and they're checking the grip of the track, and then they text all the crew chiefs.
Tell everybody else.
what
Okay.
the grip is and everything.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a struggle to get the right amount of traction compound.
I know.
So if they go light on it, you go out there and spin the tire, and then you drop the cylinder and
Yeah.
blow the body off or the heads off of it.
Right, exactly. That's the problem is just, it needs to be a good show, and without two cars going down there like side by side, it's
Yeah, I hate to say it, but you're right about that.
yeah.
Some races they get away with it, and it's a good show, but I don't know. I can't watch it on TV. It's just not a good show.
Oh, geez, I know.
Yeah, well, you got.
I like oh gosh, can't remember his name now. The guy that used to announce lives in New Jersey. Come on, Sam, don't go.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I know you're talking about. I
Yeah,
can't think of
thanks.
your name there.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
not Alzheimer's, Sam. It's Halfheimer's,
Is it?
right?
I should have looked that up before I said
Yeah.
anything about it.
Well, now they got Brian Loans in the tower, and he does a great job.
Yeah, I thought they switched. I mean, they did something there, didn't they?
Well, they got him, and they got Tony Petragon in there.
Tony, right?
Yeah,
Tony.
he's. I
Yeah,
don't think
right.
he's too popular with a lot of people saying negative stuff about him, but I think he's come around and finally doing a good job.
Yeah, I think he does a good job. I just, I think what's his name does a better job. But
Yeah, it's just a tough crowd
Bob-
out there.
Bob
you know,
Fry. Bob Fry, I think.
Bob
does
Fry,
a much better
exactly.
job, yeah.
I see him at the nostalgia races.
Yeah.
floating around.
He's from New Jersey, so I
Yeah.
see him.
He doesn't announce out there or do anything like that. Mike English and I actually announced the March meet and the
Oh,
Hot
did
Rod
you?
reunion.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that for like 10 years now.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
started doing it when I quit racing for a while, and I wasn't a good spectator, so they hauled me up in the
I know.
tower, put a mic.
We don't make very good spectators. I can
No,
tell you
it's not any fun at all, Sam. You gotta be down.
What about Kenny Youngblood? Does he come around out there?
He's about at every race and still doing a good job out there, and he's still drawing stuff at the races at NHRA for Toyota, and
Oh, does he?
he designed a couple paint jobs for me recently for some cars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's the best. There's nobody better than
Oh,
Kenny.
yeah, he is. He's no doubt about it. He's,
Yeah. So I don't know.
Good.
I still put up with him.
Yep.
Or he puts up with me. I
You
don't
said
know.
it. I didn't.
Yeah.
I could tell you a story. But I'm not going to tell it on here. But
Yeah. I could tell you one, and I won't. It gets X-rated and ugly. Could be lawsuits and stuff.
They showed me that asphalt. You know that tile?
Yeah, he's a good guy, but
I think the helicopters are going by. There might be a fire up.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Stanley, come here. Come here. Look at this. Stanley.
what? I can't see it.
I can't get it on there. The dog.
Oh, jeez.
He's,
Is this something? Is this X-rated or something or what?
no, it's a dog.
It's a dog.
You know, we got dogs, we got cigars. Pretty
Right.
soon we're going to jump in the pool and have some margaritas, Sam.
Yeah.
It's a
Right.
life out here in California,
Oh God.
you know?
All right. Well, we could go on forever, but we're at the 30-minute mark, and You know
I
what happens
appreciate you
at
having me on the
30
show.
minutes.
It's great to see you, and I really love the
Too.
format of your new show, and it goes a lot smoother. And
yeah, anything smoother than the one we had.
you look pretty handsome on screen there, Sam. So you're
Well,
looking.
I have my makeup artist and my
Yeah,
right.
you
Yeah,
must be working overtime. Huh?
I'm super overtime, buddy.
Well,
Is your
that's
sister
good.
still
No,
in? And where's your sister at? Baltimore or something? You said
yeah, she and geez,
you can't even remember where your sister
on the
lives.
north side towards Pennsylvania more. Parkton.
Parked. Oh yeah, Parked.
Yeah, and her husband is he's a bay pilot there in the Chesapeake Bay.
I was going to say, yeah,
He works for Moran Towing, the tugboat company, and they
the
bring
rich
the ships
area.
in. Yeah. Fells Point is where their office
Yeah.
is. That's a great area.
Yeah.
My
I
sister
know.
used to be there in a row house, and I really enjoyed going back there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But,
We got some nice places,
Yeah, no, it's beautiful back there. It's just that damn humidity, Sam.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, today it's humidity is bad inside here.
Oh, it is?
God, yes, yeah.
Well, if you
I
weren't so
had your guy here, Buster Couch. You mentioned Buster Couch. He was a great starter. I tell you, he was really.
Yeah, he was. And I see his son, Mike Couch, who
Oh,
used
is
to
that
work
right?
with his father on the starting line. And he comes out to the Nitro revival, and he's on Facebook. So we get to relive a lot of the memories.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in the day with Buster, that was
Yeah.
He was nobody to mess with.
That was good. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
That was fun.
Yeah, good old days, Sam.
Yeah.
Gone but not forgotten.
Them days are gone.
Yeah, we can still relive them though.
Yeah, that's right. Got to, because ain't nobody else gonna relive them.
Right.
All right, Guy. We appreciate
All right.
you taking your time out and say hello to Paul.
I'll do that,
And I'm not going to be mad at him because he never would come on the show. But
we'll get him on there.
You know,
I'll get him to come on there. We'll just stay in touch, and I'll get him on there.
All right, I will. I'll beat on him.
Take care, and
I'll beat on
thanks.
you to beat on him.
Yeah, I will. I'll do that for you. I want to
Okay,
thank
Guy.
I want to thank your viewing audience for tuning in and supporting your show and listening to our BS stories.
That's right. That's right. Oh, one thing before we get off here. Tuesday, the 26th, I have John Clore from Ford Performance will be aboard. And with him will be Mike Ray, President, Mustang Owners Club, Southeastern Michigan. And Thursday, I'll have Don Hardy Jr. next Thursday. So,
Great.
hey, we got a good lineup. So, anyway,
All right,
thank you
man.
again, Donnie.
Thank you.
And we'll see you down the road somewhere.
You got
Don't
it.
forget to send the plane.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll fuel it up, right?
Right. Yeah. I'll pay him when he brings me back.
Yeah. You'll pay him when your hunchback brother straightens up, right?
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah.
All right, man.
All
Take
right,
care,
guys.
man.
Thank you very much for
Everybody,
being
good
on.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.